the catch really when they get this big is that we need the capacity to keep fires small when they first start. And when they get this big and they draw this many resources, we have in the fire service what we call drawdown, meaning we've drawn the resources so thin that now our ability to rapidly and successfully initial attack fires becomes compromised because we just don't have the resources there to do it. So for, my small part of life here on Earth and the fires that I've, had to deal with in these quote nuclear winters, and my first experience with that really was in 1987. And the scientists actually came out in the Happy Camp in the Klamath area of Northern California to study what a nuclear winter would be like, where we had these major fires going in August, and we have what are called inversions. So anybody that's been camping and seen a campfire burn, the smoke will rise and then it'll kind of flatten out and form a haze. And that's what you're seeing here, only on a massive scale. And it does get cold. Unfortunately, those fires burn, they continue to burn under those inversions. And then when the inversion gets hot enough, we have what we call an inversion break, where all of a sudden the air will escape up through the inversion and the fire takes off madly for several hours under the inversion. But once they get to that point, it makes it very difficult for aviation resources to be successful to even get in to help the people on the ground, because it's just so smoky. We can't safely operate those aircraft in those spaces. So unfortunately, I think right now it's going to be enduring, right? The population that's being impacted there on the East Coast and the central United States and Canada are at a point, unfortunately, where they're going to have to endure until Mother Nature changes her mind.
What you're talking about resource-wise, is this what's caused some of the problems in Canada, not being able to get a handle on these fires?
Well, I think it's important to put a couple of things in perspective. Fires traditionally need to burn. I mean, that's one way that Mother Nature, takes care of dead and dying material, beetle kill. There's a lot of reasons for fire to burn that's good. Managing fire during peak burning conditions is almost virtually impossible. It only takes a few degrees of relative humidity, meaning the moisture in the air, or a change in wind to really affect what a fire does. So when we talk about resources and capacity, it becomes part of a matter of perspective. It's kind of like insurance, right? Do we want to spend money to build capacity so that when these events happen,